Welcome to a discussion today as to whether or not the city of Ferndale should adopt an ordinance that essentially is termed the Human Rights Ordinance. What does this ordinance do? It says that the residents of Ferndale should ban discrimination in housing, employment, and public accommodations based on age, race, religion, and sexual orientation. I'm Charlie Langton. Today, a discussion as to the merits of that ordinance. Joining me on the panel today, Ann Heller. She is co-chair of FAVOR, the Ferndale Alliance Valuing Our Residents. Also, Jim Maxwell. He is a retired Episcopal priest and a member of the Ferndale Area Clergy Association. On my left, Bob Porter. He is the mayor of Ferndale, and he's been on this program before. And finally, Frank O'Donnell. He is retired from Focus Hope, and he is on the FAVOR committee as well. First of all, thank you for being on the program today. Let's talk a little bit about this particular ordinance. Ann Heller, let me start with you.
Okay.
You are co-chair. Why do we need an ordinance that bans discrimination in Ferndale?
In Ferndale. Well, I absolutely agree that we absolutely need to pass this ordinance. And I'll tell you why. Because right now, at this very moment, Ferndale is a diverse city. People move to the city because it's diverse. We have, at this moment, no hate crimes, and that is from the police, from business owners, from residents at all. We have welcomed gays, lesbians, bisexual, and transgender people to Ferndale for some time. We had our growing pains, that's absolutely true. We do not now. This ordinance, what this will do, this will finally make this acceptance, this diversity, legal. This will finally put it in writing that we absolutely like our city the way it is. We like the diverse populations. We think the diverse populations in the city make Ferndale what it is. For me, it's the last dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
All right, let me ask you this. The way I understand the ordinance is banning discrimination, housing, employment, public accommodations, that's it. Age, race, and religion. If we just take that aspect out, the state statute and Elliott Larson laws already ban discrimination based on age, race, and religion.
Exactly.
Everyone agree to that?
Yes. Agree.
So the only difference then is sexual orientation.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. The newest on the block, yes.
Help me out here. This ordinance, essentially the same wording, failed by public vote in 1991. The City Council approved by a 4-to-1 vote in 1999, but it was repealed by the voters in 2000 by 117 votes.
Yes.
And now it's back up again. Didn't you people in support learn the first time? What's changed in 6 years? Anybody? Jim?
Well, one thing is when it did lose in 2000, it only lost publicly in the public vote by 117 votes. And in the last 6 years, the makeup of our city has changed to a certain degree. But also we want to put it on the ballot again because we think even those who may have voted against it and 6 years ago, having lived in the city and seen what diversity does to enhance our life together, may very well change their vote.
Let me ask the mayor here. Do you?
Theoretically, I think what's new here, though, in the last 5-10 years, the fear factor, I believe, generally in the community is much less. I think the religious and other misinformation is understood a little better. There's many new residents who have come into our, my block is a good example. On my block, there was those of us who had kids years ago or got older and older, and we didn't see many kids on the block. Now we see new families moving in. There seems to be a sophistication amongst those folks in terms of attitudes towards the world. Maybe it's the electronic media, maybe it's the whole global community that we seem to live in these days.
The issue we're talking about is a Ferndale Human Rights Ordinance, whether or not the people of Ferndale should ban discrimination in housing, employment, public accommodations based on age, race, religion, and sexual orientation. We've got about 1 minute left. I'm going to go around the room real quickly, starting with you, Frank O'Donnell. Focus Hope and a FAVOR committee. Give me one or two words, but preferably one, why you would urge the public to vote yes on this ordinance. Frank?
to preserve the positive image and the leadership that our community has been exerting in the last 10 years.
Mayor Bob Porter.
Just to show the depth of our community, that we accept diversity, we accept all people.
Jim Maxwell, retired Episcopal priest.
Well, I would say also to maybe make a statement to the world in a way that we do need to hold these things before ourselves and before our communities and maybe before the world, and encourage others. This may encourage others to maybe follow the example of Ferndale.
And Heller, I'll give you the last word.
Okay. Fair is fair. We respect everybody in Ferndale. Ferndale likes their neighbors.
Thank you, panel. Thank you very much. Good discussion on the issues. Ferndale Human Rights Ordinance. Again, whether or not the people of Ferndale, only in Ferndale now, should ban discrimination, housing, housing, employment, public accommodations based on age, race, religion, sexual orientation. There's more about this ordinance on the Ferndale website, and there will be plenty, I would imagine, written about this before the election on Tuesday, November 7th, 2006. From all of us here, I'm Charlie Langton. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye now.